Back to the show, everybody. Welcome back to the Upper Tier podcast. We have an impromptu watch along, if you want, France versus the Ivory Coast in our build up to World Cup 2026. Darren's feeling a little bit under the weather at the moment, so couldn't make the show tonight. So we said no point in doing a Thursday tier talk when we can do a World Cup friendly watch along. Why not? France versus the Ivory Coast, bound to be competitive. The French national anthem is just going off there at the moment. Full crowd there, so it looks pretty good at the moment. We'll run down through the team shortly now before kickoff. Just take some of your comments here as well. Also, folks, if you could subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button, and of course, drop a like on the video. Really appreciate that. Bonkers is in. Big up Bonkers. Areola announcement, 2-minute, 15-second video on LFC channel. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Downplayed a little bit. Big up, Bain. I hope you're good. Bonkers Areola is like a harness slot, not a big name manager, but knows what he is doing. We hope so. It absolutely ain't here. Let's go, Ireland. Let's go. It's not Ireland, it's the Ivory Coast. Yeah, absolutely. France are going to go through Ivory Coast. You think? What's the predictions, folks? What's the predictions? What do we think? Well, Niall, yeah, all good. Dar's in as well. The French are loud. They are loud. Looks the business as well, doesn't it? Little bit of a feel for how this World Cup is going to be. Let's go down through the teams anyway. France, Mannion in goal. Of course, Koundé, Upamecano, Konate, and Hernandez at the back. Tchouameni and Rabiot in the midfield. Olise, Cherki, Thuram, and Mbappe up front. Massive lineup there for France, of course. Really strong lineup. Then the Ivory Coast, Fofana and goals. Doué, Singo, Agbadou, Conan, Diamande, Kessie, Fofana, Adingra, Wahi, and Diakite. Yeah, so let us know what you're thinking there, folks. Serious lineups there. World Cup less than just over a week or two away at this stage. 4-1, Aina's gone for a good lineup from France. Yeah, going strong as well. Going strong. I wonder, does he have to be careful doing this as well? You know what I mean? Risking players like that, you know what I mean? Like it could come back to bite them, you know what I mean, if they get injuries or anything like that, you know. But we'll see. But that's a fairly strong French side out there, isn't it? So, bit of crack. Make sure you tune in. We're going to be with you for, the next hour and 50 or so, or whatever it is. Yeah. Tricolour is backwards. Absolutely. 100%. So they're just swapping dignitaries here at the moment, the usual sort of stuff, and the toss. Should be a good game though. Should be a good game. Really looking forward to it. What's that doing on? If you're wondering, folks, we're following it on Virgin Media 3 here, by the way. In case you want to tune in, and you should be in line with us, that's for sure. Hope Ivory Coast play well. I think they will. I think this will be a competitive enough game. Anyone else with predictions, if you want to drop them in there, no problem at all. And sure, with these watch-alongs as well, we can chat about anything, really. Ireola going in there. What did we make of Cody Gakpo wanting out? Interesting, of course. And the move for Yan Diamande might be back on, because apparently there was problems with the contract with PSG, issues and complexities in relation to image rights and various things. So Liverpool could be back in the race again for Yan Diamande after PSG being his boyhood club that he loved after 2 weeks ago was Liverpool. So we'll see what happens. I have to say, folks, I am a fan of Rabiot. Yeah, they need it big time, France. Also need the confidence boost before the World Cup. They're very strong. They're one of the favourites, aren't they, for the World Cup? Look at that side that's out there now. Tell me where the weakness is, Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Konate came out and stated that he felt a lot of heartbreak with loss of his father and Jota, and negotiations with Liverpool Avenue was on his mind. Yeah, 100%. And look, we can understand that as well. He went through a tough time with his dad, and then he couldn't get to spend the time he wanted with him, obviously, because of his his time playing for Liverpool and stuff like that. And then eventually got over there and that passed away. Now we've just kicked off here, folks, as well. So France versus the Ivory Coast. This will give us a little bit of a feel for the World Cup, won't it? And stuff like that. But yeah, absolutely, Aces. Yeah, tough, you know. Losing your dad ain't easy as well. And especially if you're in a position where you can't be around it as much as you want. So certainly much more difficult. Hope Andy plays well tonight. Yeah, we'll get a good feel from tonight, won't we? Yeah, we'll get a good idea. Bonkers. I haven't seen an awful lot of this guy at all. You know what I mean? So it'll be nice to have a look at him tonight. All right. France here playing in the traditional blue, and Ivory Coast in the orange. France on the break here into the box. Oh, good defending. Real good defending there. Got back in time. And Mbappe now holding the instep. Really, really good defending there. Fofana, was it? Was it Fofana on the block? Yes. Really, really good. Really good. You've €20 on France winning the World Cup. I presume winning the World Cup, not tonight, obviously. Or Spain or England. Don't hate. I think an outside chance. Ivory Coast. Yes. Aina says. So free kick here to the Ivory Coast. Back with the keeper. Big up, Anto. What's the story, bro? The opening World Cup match, isn't it Mexico versus someone? As far as I know, Mexico being co-host with the USA and Canada. I think the first game is Mexico. Is it Mexico, Czechia? I like the boy Mannion as well. I think is it Mexico versus Czechia? I think. Yeah, all good, Anto. Hope you're good, brother. Or if you just need to get one goal to keep it alive. Yeah, this'll be fairly relaxed, won't it? This shouldn't be too crazy, you know what I mean? What are we a week or two out from the World Cup, aren't we? Do you know the funny thing about dealing with Leipzig as well is, like, they want to sell players for big money and all, but they actually don't give a shit whether they sell or not. They're quite happy, like, because if you don't pay them what they want, they're quite happy to hang on to the players. They don't care, like. South Africa. Yeah, this is just a pre. Yeah, this is like a World Cup warm up basically. But we said we jump on because I couldn't do Thursday tier talks. No point in doing it on my own. I wanted to get Darren's thoughts on a few things, including some of the new rules for the World Cup. What did we make of some of the new rules, folks? Couple of interesting ones. When you think about how tough the referee's job is at the moment, and how wrong they get it at the moment with VAR and stuff like that. Now they're introducing a lot of these timing things and all. What are they going to do? Are they going to have clocks all over the Thuram there fouling the Ivory Coast player? Are they going to have clocks all over the stadium for these different things and stuff and all? So I don't know. Are they making it more complex? I'm not too sure. Ivory Coast in here, ready? Nice turn. Oh, good defending. It's quite an open game, folks. Could be in for an hour treat here tonight. Yeah, Mickey Mouse games. They're never Mickey Mouse. A lot of connections there, remember, between France and the Ivory Coast as well. You know what I mean? This is a feel kind of like nearly like a derby, wouldn't it? The amount of players from the Ivory Coast that go play in the French league and stuff like that. RT2 have all the games on, do they? Wow. That's impressive, isn't it? Ball through with France on here. Real quick keeper. Fofana off his line. Really, really good there. Really good. Lovely evening by the looks of things as well. Finally, RT doing the right thing, showing the soccer matches. I think the problem, man, will be the timing. You know what I mean? Like, unless you're off, if you're not working, are you going to be sitting up watching games at 2 and 4 in the morning and stuff like that? No. I'd be out cold here on the desk doing watch-alongs. Yeah, real good keeping there. Solid. Solid. That's for sure. Solid. Smash up those likes, folks, if you're in the background, if you're not getting involved in the chat as well, or if you're over on Facebook, fly over to YouTube, drop a like on it, and then jump back onto Facebook if you want. Get involved in the convo as well. These are always good fun, these watch-alongs. That sounded a bit harsh, didn't it? That looked more like a foul for the Ivory coat, no? Oh, I suppose it caught him there, yeah. 6-1, really, wasn't it? I like that Ivory Coast jersey, actually. It's pretty cool. French one is always class, isn't it? What a ball, and they left him wide open. Mbappe! What a save by Fofana. I was waiting for the net to bulge there. Wow. Wow. Yeah, Brazil versus Morocco going to be interesting for you. And what time is that on at Acers, that one? I must go through the schedule, actually, and what I'll do is, if I get a chance between now and the weekend, I'll go through the schedule, and what I'll do is I'll pick out the matches that we're going to do the watch-alongs for, and I'll set them up. I'll set them up on the channel. So we're set and we know when we're going to be on. I'd imagine we'll do quite a few of the 8 o'clocks. I think it's 8 o'clock, isn't it? 8 or 10 or something. Yeah, we'll do probably a bunch of the 8 o'clocks and something. Taken out again. The Ivory Coast here could hit France on the break here, you know. The wing play looks good. Definitely Morocco, yeah. I'm surprised you haven't fallen asleep yet, Niall, the amount you've done on that, though. I know it's mad, isn't it? You just keep it going. You just keep it rolling. Yeah, but yeah, no, flat out. Yeah, quality save. Quality save. Haven't seen it yet, Aces. Is no. I did do a short today on Eaton Ampendale, signing a new 4-year contract with them and all. I'm sure they're delighted to get that over the line. Real good player for them last season. 10 or 11, is it? If it's 10, we'll probably do it, yeah. I can do 10 till 12. I don't think I could do those 2 a.m. ones. I wonder what way Aces, the main games, the bigger games, you know, like the Germanys and the Spains, stuff like that, are they all kind of 8 and 10 o'clock kind of thing? Some of them, like watching Raw or SmackDown 1 a.m. till 3 for some games. Yeah, I can't be doing that. That's when I really would be Banjo and Anto. I'd be absolutely in bits. France on the edge of the box here. Lovely turn. Lovely turn. Snapshot just wide. Thuram. Yeah, a bit like a 6-minute Arsenal attack. Yeah, absolutely. Happy about Riola, Niall. Yeah, reasonably happy, but also I did a show on it there yesterday. I did a video on it yesterday, Daz. I was kind of like, I think they had to make change. I don't think it came to that point. But I'm not sure. We will see. You know, we'll see. I'll check and see if the bellwether wants to come in. Mom, do you want to come in? You coming in? No? Doesn't want to. Yeah, a bit nervous. That's about it. A little bit nervous, but I hope it goes well and stuff like that. Look, I suppose can it go any worse than this season, you know what I mean? So, but it'll be interesting to see how he steps up and stuff like that. That's always the fear, you know. It's a huge step up, you know. So yeah, big one, but referee. It's supposed to be a friendly. You can see cars too. I'm getting dragged down there. Yeah, happy enough. I mean, look, we've bigged him up here on the podcast most of last season and stuff like that, and all. So I don't see why we'd have a problem with him. You know what I mean? He's pretty good, you know. And hopefully he gets the backing that he wants. Hopefully we get some of these players that we're linked with and stuff like that, and fill the gaps that have been opened up and stuff like that as well. Obviously, the right side, that's going to be absolutely key. So we'll see how this going. All the prime times are the bigger countries. Perfect. Great spelling, YouTube autocorrect. Ball to the back post, head it down. Sniffed out by the Ivory Coast. I was a big fan of Kessie. Back when he was he playing for AC Milan at the time? I seen him play for AC Milan against Liverpool at Anfield in the Champions League. It was the one where I think they were beating us. Were they beating us 2-0 or 2-1 at half time or something like that? Two poor breakaway goals to give away. But Kessie played really, really well. Played nearly box to box that night. He did. The effort he put in was insane. There's my broski. What's happening, brother? Good evening. Oh, my apologies tonight. I'm down with the man flu and nobody needs to listen to me snot and cough all night. I'll be back next week. Absolutely, 100%. Hope you're doing all right, brother. Few whiskies, my friend. Few whiskies. Sort that out. Have a whiskey, sit back and watch France versus the Ivory Coast. Liverpool can afford to let Iriola become other. Can afford mean you mean can't. Liverpool can't afford to let Iriola become other Thomas Frank with Tottenham. And that's always the risk, isn't it? But I mean, any signing is a risk. But you would say, I think in the way he bonds with the players and the way he goes about it is slightly different. And I think it's probably what the squad is probably crying out for at the moment. Probably what the squad is crying out for at the moment is a little bit of TLC. France trying to turn the screw here now. Evening, brother. Wonder how you'll cope with the later games. I won't be coping with the later games. I'll be in my bed. I'll do the 10s. If the 10 o'clock ones are on, I'll do it. Kessie Prime Barcelona. Yeah, Jesus, he was tops that night. If you look at him that night against AC Milan, we were sitting in there. We were in the Annie Road end. And he was electric. Made our midfield that night look very ordinary. We did well to come back into it and stuff and all. France here in the box, edge of the box, trying to play it through. Got Cherky was trying to play it through there. Didn't come off. I look like I've had a few. Big, happy, sick head on you, is there? All garbage matches are on during the early hours. Good. That's what I want to hear. So then we could have a good whoop. Don't forget, folks, if you want to join our fantasy league, it's up there in the corner there, actually. Right there, the QR code for World Cup Fantasy League. Dino has set it up. So if you click on the code there, you can join it. I think we're going with €10, man. And at the moment, depending on what numbers we get, it'll be winner takes all. So jump on that fantasy league that Dino has set up to pass the summer until the Premier League returns. I think this is going to be a cool World Cup. Ivory Coast on the break here. Gray covering there. Canate, was it? Up Meccano actually on the cover, sorry. Impressive. Got a tip for tomorrow and Saturday if you want them, Noel. Yeah, drop them in there. Drop them in there, Daz, whatever the tips are. Drop them in. The chat appreciate. Yeah, some of the start times they seem brutal. Sure, you're only human. I am only human. Yeah, so some of them they're 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock and stuff like that. I wouldn't be getting up for those ones. Got a day job to worry about as well, you know. You don't pay me your podcast. I think you'll do a great job. The fans need to buy into it and the recruitment needs to be better from the Chucko brothers in the background. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%. I will do it later, Noel. Good man, ain't it? Good man. Hope it back to the best. Yeah. Hope it back to his best. Yeah. 100%. 100%. France with the lion's share of attacking here. Have the Ivory Coast a little somewhat pinned back. But Ivory Coast look like they're going to try and just play on the break kind of thing. What do we make of the boy Koundé? Remember he was on his way. Remember he was supposed to be going to Chelsea. Nice little cut in here. Cherokee, was it? No. Hernandez playing up high as well. Cut out by Elise. France really starting to move the ball now, getting into their rhythm here. Snapshot just over the bar. Great effort there by Rabiot. Rabiot, who over a number of years has been linked with Premier League clubs. Snapshot there, just over the bar, just leaned back on it a little bit. I think on target, the keeper might have had it covered, would he? I think so, yeah. He would have had it covered, I'd imagine. Good shot, though. He's tops in the ain't. He is absolutely tops. Although I have to say, the job PSG did on him in the semi-final, staggering. You think of that PSG side, how ordinary they made Bayern Munich look, especially in that second leg. My days. And we know that these are top players, you know. Ref is letting a bit go, isn't he? That's what we like to see, isn't it? We like to see a bit going. Probably see a whole glut of subs in this as well, won't we? As we build up to the World Cup. Nice. Nice. Free kick, no? Of course it would be Canate that fells Diamande, wouldn't it? We had a conversation about this a couple of weeks ago, myself and Darren on the podcast. And I think we've also discussed it as well on a couple of carpool karaoke's into work as well, about the valuation of the boy and stuff like that. It is huge money. It's massive money, but that's the way the market's gone. The market's gone mad. And you know, Forest will just keep them hostage. Look at what they did with Gibbs White. You know? So I don't know. 120 million. And you got to remember as well, you're getting them at the right age as well and all, you know what I mean? So I don't know. What's wrong with my shoulder? Didier Deschamps banner. Merci. Didier Deschamps. What do you think? What do you think is his valuation, Acers or chat? What do you think would be reasonable money for Elliot Anderson? Let us know what you think. Darren, you let us know as well, because you boys were heavily linked with him as well till he switched to City, didn't he? And then it looks like, I'm not sure, is the City still going ahead or have they? I know the contract talks broke down the other day, didn't they? Forest are holding tight for big money. Comparing them to Royce, though. You know what I mean? It's just kind of what Forest do, isn't it? They did the same at Gibbs White as well, so why are we surprised? Acers 200%. Where's Raw from Monday night? It's in Paris. In Paris. We're live tomorrow night for the SmackDown Watchalong from Bologna. And then we're hightailing it over to Paris on Monday for the Raw Watchalong. We're going to cover all the live shows, folks, that are on the European tour. So plenty of watch-alongs coming up and stuff like that. And don't forget, 8 o'clock as well on Saturday. You're going to have the boys will be checking into the SmackDown Motel. And various other shorts and all going up, as you see today and all. 90 to 100 max. City bid 105 and it was rejected. Yeah, they're holding out for. I seen the comparison, didn't they? Didn't Forrest come out and say that they want Declan Rice money, which is what, 115, I think it was, wasn't it? So they're looking for somewhere between 115 and 120. The money now is staggering. Staggering. Also, a big shout out. Our thoughts are with the likes of Kevin Keegan at the moment, who's going through a tough cancer battle, and also Kenny Dalglish as well, and also John Barnes as well. All going through cancer battles at the moment and stuff like that. So our thoughts are with those guys as always during these difficult times and stuff like that. So, yeah, just thought I'd put that in there as well. City bet 105 and it was rejected. Yeah, saying that. Yeah. If we were to pick three young best players, who would you pick? Three young players like in the Prem at the moment oh, France are in here. Oh, great save. Elise just trying to put it into the far corner, keeper down nicely and saves it. Now we have Ivory Coast here checking back in. Who would I put in there? I like Alex Scott. I think Alex Scott looks the part. I think the boy Max Dowman. I think the boy Max Dowman off Arsenal looks a really good player. Who's in there kind of young as well. So Max Dowman, Alex Scott, Baliba obviously off Brighton. I know he had a bad season this season. Wasn't compared to the previous season and stuff like that, but he's certainly a talented boy. Those three kind of come to mind. But obviously it depends on like it depends on what you think as young players at the moment, because I think what do they do? The young player can go up as far as 23 and stuff like that, so it's hard to judge it. But if I was thinking kind of Max Dowman, I mean obviously Rio off Liverpool, I think has a very bright future. Throw into France here on the left hand side down near their own box. Yeah, those I'm sure there's others. I'm sure there's others that have looked really impressive as well. Why not? I mean, obviously, like Kobe off Man United since he went back in under Carrick has been really impressive. The keeper at Man U, Senna Lamans, has had a really, really good start to his career at Man United and has a huge ceiling. He'll only get better as well. I think he's 22, isn't he? I think they got him for like 15 or 17 million or something like that. Great bit of business by Man United. Considering goalkeeper wise where they were in the mire. The man, the myth, the legend, Kevin Keegan, absolutely. 100%. 100%. There's lots of good players out there at the moment. Good young players, Nico O'Reilly at Man City, who's a phenomenal player. What's our away kit like next season, Niall? I'm not too sure. It's the white, isn't it? Haven't even looked at the kits. Once we get more of the kits released, what we'll do is we always do a show Daz on the kits and we go through them, myself and Darren, the ones that we like and the ones that we don't like, and we assess the manufacturers and everything and all. France really moving the ball here nicely now. It's a really good game. That has to be a free kick. How is that not a free kick? That has to be a free kick. Really a water break. 23, just nearly 24 minutes gone here, folks. They're going in for an old water break. Taking a breather. I do like that French shirt. Darren, what do you think of that French shirt if you're still in the chat? It's very rugby-ish, isn't it? Looks the part. I like that little white collar on it. Nice kit, that French kit. They always have nice kits though, don't they, France generally? Question for you is, with everything that's gone on this season with Real Madrid and Mbappe and all this kind of stuff and all, and I know it'd be difficult to put anyone else in there, but is Mbappe the right choice to be captain? I think possibly if you look at this, I mean, who would be the other contender in there? Probably Rabiot, based on seniority kind of thing. Probably Rabiot. I don't know. I mean, obviously Mbappe's in there because of, partly due to marketing and everything else and brand Mbappe, and also kind of makes sense from that point of view. But sometimes being captain and stuff like that, you can be a little bit of a destructive force as well. But obviously, he does be different gravy at times as well. That was a great chance from Elise. Unlucky, just didn't get it over into the far corner. Yeah, no, he just kind of scuffed it, didn't he? He was falling away from it and he just kind of scuffed it. Great chance, though. Great chance. Good game, though. 0-0. 25 minutes gone. They just had a water break. That's my problem with Arena as well. And the problem is, I mean, no doubt you have to play him and stuff like that, but the problem there is as well is, he'll want everything to go through him. And there's that kind of stifle France then, insofar as if you go out there with a setup that stifles Mbappe and shuts Mbappe down, which I know is very difficult to do. Does that make life very difficult for France then if he's the focal guy? Lovely ball through the centre there, out onto the wing there. Oh, just let down on the pass. Unlucky. Ivory Coast now the other end. Corner to the Ivory Coast. This could be interesting. Now, if Ivory Coast were to get a goal now, this could be interesting, couldn't it? Who was that? Hernandez? Not a great pass. Not a great pass. They are probably at this time of year. Back you 1 second here, folks. See out by chance. Dengra. And normally he eats them up, doesn't he? The message, the sister, she's looking for me. Dun, dun, dun. Sail back over. Now, yeah, I agree, Aina. But this is the problem. Go covering there again from the Ivory Coast again. They do. They just need one opportunity, don't they? If they could get a goal, things might open up. Do you feel here, looking at this French team as well, that they're coasting this, and rightly so. Work up only around the corner. Lovely ball through. No, but um, The African teams generally as well in the World Cup, they always give a great account of themselves. I know we've had that kind of fall off from the old scale ones like Cameroon and stuff like that. And I think it was a Nigerian, the last one had a bit of a mare. But I mean, when you see the emergence of Egypt and Morocco and Ivory Coast and what have we got now, Democratic Republic of Congo and all going through. So it's gonna be a super World Cup, I think. Africa well represented. What do we think of this Chilmany Valverde situation, folks? Who goes? Does Chilmany go? I know he was linked with lovely ball through. Oh, he's in. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, Cherokee. Well, what covering by the Ivory Coast there? Bodies everywhere. Straight back ball ends up back at the keeper. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%. Yeah, what do we make of this? Does Valverde go? I think Valverde was linked with a move away as well. Was he linked with a move to Man City? Is that what I seen? Did I see linked with a move to Man City or was it linked with a move to Chelsea? I seen Valverde linked with a move away, but who goes? Does Chiomeni go or does Valverde go? Let us know your thoughts. It is beginning to snapshot from Cherokee just wide. That was crisp. Got a deflection, did it? Corner. Corner to France here on the right hand side. Snapshot from Cherokee getting a deflection. Don't know whether the keeper would have known much about that now if that hadn't got the deflection. Absolutely, 100%. Big boys are up Canate and up Meccano up there now. And Mbappe sitting around the back loitering. Anything comes through to him, it's going to hit the back of the net. Oh, great punch from the keeper. Super punch from the keeper. Came through a glut of bodies there. Oh. Off target from Canate, just wide. Great goalkeeping there. Went through a glut of bodies to get that fist on a fair play. Super goalkeeping there. Lovely ball to the back post, just floated in from Mbappe. Canate up, just nodded down wide. Valverde stays and Tchouaméni goes. Yeah, because I think valuation wise, they're probably in around the same valuation, are they? Well, you can just type FIFA World Cup games into Google, gives you the whole list on times in Irish time. So you can pick out the ones we can watch at a reasonable time. Oh yeah, 100%. We just haven't had a chance to do it, Anton. Yeah, so they have all the schedules there on live scores and foot mob and stuff like that now. So shouldn't be a problem. There we go, Anton. Great stuff. Tops. Nice turn there from the Ivory Coast. Oh, just unlucky with the ball in. Picking up second balls here though. Ivory Coast here now. Men on. Ball into the box. Oh, goes across. Cut out by. Back in again. Ref. Not shoulder to shoulder, no. Could have got pushed into him by Hernandez, was it? Unlucky. Unlucky Diakite. Look at the Ivory Coast fans. I love this. I love this. How many times have I said it before? Myself and Darren covering the AFCON. It's tops. It's just fun. It's just a fun element of football and stuff like that. And the fans are just superb. You know what I mean? Magic Mike, he hasn't had a whole lot to do there. Let's go cover. That was a poor ball from Magic Mike. He hasn't had a whole lot to do really, but he has the quality there that once he's called upon, he'll be there for it, 36 minutes gone nearly, folks. No goals yet, still 0-0. Loud of subs going out there. Did I see Luca Dania there? No. There'll be a bunch of subs. I presume they have they a limit on it tonight? I wouldn't thought they'd have a limit. World Cup build up. Very clever Mbappe at creating the space, isn't he? Cherky now driving forward with the ball, which you always get from him. Always very positive in possession. Yeah, Cherky. Yeah, Magic Mike. Kevin Nash of the French team, yeah. Magic Mike. 100%. He is. He's a very good keeper. Chelsea could have signed him last season, couldn't they? For, am I thinking 25 mil or something Milan wanted? I think he signed a new contract with Milan. Re-signed with Milan a new contract. But I think at the time he was available for around 25. Oh, lovely play there by the Ivory Coast. Lovely footwork there. Selling your player short there. Many getting stuck in. Only way he knows. Yeah, unlimited subs, Daz, isn't it? Unlimited subs in this one. Lovely switch. Lovely switch. Oh, Diakite. Very unlucky there. Control was looking good. Yeah, Magic Mike. Very good keeper. Absolutely. And Courtois, of course, as well. Courtois. How are we feeling about the French team, folks? Do you think they'll be yeah, he's playing at a different standard though, isn't he, Ain't playing at a much higher level. How do we think France will fare out? Will France be there or there about pending the draw and stuff like that? No. I think so. They have a lot of quality there, that French side. As long as they can keep lovely header. What a save. Oh, and good cover as well. France just starting to do plenty of stuff. Quick corner here from Mbappe. Ivory Coast here now on the counter here. This is what we spoke about. Out wide. Oh, just haven't got the quality to link it up there on the break. Good cover. Super cover there. Super cover there from Singo on Mbappe. Super cover. I wouldn't say he was a failed talent now, in fairness, ain't it? I wouldn't have said he was a failed talent. I think he was posting. Was he not posting decent numbers at Lyon at the time? As far as I know. Yeah, looking good for the World Cup, 100%. France had a bit of an upgrade from 2022. Certainly do. They also have that nice sprinkling of experience there still as well. Sure, the likes of Mbappe as well after that 2022 will want to give a real good account of himself. That Argentinian game for them was a tough one. Do, 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 do. It's coming up 41 and a half, folks. 42 minutes gone. No goals yet. Oh, they're in. Oh! What was it, Kanate? The Dingra about to pull the trigger, pulls it, kind of scuffs a little bit on the cover with Kanate, I think it was. Was it Kanate? He Chiomani caught in possession. It was up Meccano on the cover. Keeper was beaten, just beaten. Just went wide. Super footwork there to create the opportunity. Corner here to the Ivory Coast on the left-hand side here now. France feeling a little bit of pressure. Ivory Coast fans are alive in the stadium. Cleared. He didn't handle it. Nearly got away there, Cherky. Singo. Deflected. Giving a good account for themselves here, the Ivory Coast. I still would say as well that France are kind of in second gear. They haven't really turned it up. Hernandez with good cover and gets fouled. Man over here for France. Hernandez, edge of the box. Back in. Oh, it was a lovely flick, just didn't read it. Really good covering there. Really good play here. Elise, little flick. Corner, left hand side here for France. Cherky taking it this time. Normally has good delivery. We've seen it for City. Short corner again. Training room. Going across the edge of the box here, getting a bit of space. Got a bit of space. Great save by the keeper again. Down to his ball cross again. Good clearance. Back in the box again. Clearance again. Another snapshot. Oh, and that's the goal. Cherky with the goal. From the edge of the box, just shifted it to his right and put it into the bottom left-hand corner. 1-0 to France. After some really good defending from the Ivory Coast. Just became a bit too much. Just shifted it to make the space. Good play from the keeper as well. They were unlucky. The way he shifted it through the players to make the space and then snapped it. He's been snapping those shots. Through a body's keeper had no chance. Through the legs of the player. There we go. French score first. Absolutely. He is. He looks lively, Aina, doesn't he? He looks lively today, Cherokee. Smash up the likes, folks, as well, if you can, please. If you haven't done it already, appreciate it. Try to get the content out to the masses. Game should liven up now. I know it's half time. 3 minutes here of added on time, folks. We're 1:30 into it. Free kick to the Ivory Coast here. This could be interesting. Quick free kick taken. Edge of the box. Recycling. Keeper's on his ass. Or sorry, the ref's on his ass. What's he blowing the whistle for? He's been moving the ball around well, though, ain't in fairness. Been creating some good space and stuff like that. Is there that much in it? Could be a big World Cup from, couldn't it? What's wrong with him? I'm out there. I thought he took the bang to the chest, no? Cheer the players coming through in the commentary. What the fuck? So funny. Oh god, coming through on the thing there. What the fuck? Mbappe's down physio. I think he just came together with him in the chest. I didn't think he hit him in the side of the head. Maybe I didn't see it. Come on, producer, give us a look at this. There was nothing in that. Did he hit him in the side of the head? I thought he kind of forearmed him into the chest. Come on now, get on with it, will you? Right, we're back at it. Probably another minute and a half here to go. Probably will end up being 5.5 or 6. He's also very good. If you look at Kane in the later years of Spurs, remember where he used to drop deep as well, and he pick up those balls and make things happen as well. And Mbappe is very much like that as well now, ain't it? You'll see often Mbappe scoring a lot of goals from picking up the scraps and second balls and second phases and stuff like that as well. You'll find when Mbappe is kind of up there as a lone striker and he's attacking and all, sometimes it's very easy to take him out of the game and he can be shut down. I think when he's kind of nearly in that kind of false position where he's running from deep, much more harder to pick up and stuff. Osprey's gone. Half time, folks. Osprey's going to London. He is, that's 100%. Not only going to London, so he'll probably pick up the belt. That's some view, isn't it? You're going to All In London in August, ain't it? I think a few of the boys are going as well. Bren and the boys are going over. I might be going. I'm not sure yet because I'm heading off on holidays the week after, so I'm not too sure whether I'll make All In, but might try and get over. See what happens. Make sure you hit the lads up. Bren and the boys there. I think Bren's going over. Anto in the chat's going over. Dave is going. So there's a few of them going. So make sure if you see them, say hello, you know. Right, folks, back to you shortly, yeah? Take a break, get a cup of tea, get a whiskey, glass of milk, a few cookies, whatever you want to get. Talk to you in a few minutes. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. Yeah, ain't it's in London, all right. Yeah, it should be good. Read a thing today as well about the New Day. Is it the New Day are going to go in there and challenge for the tag belts or something like that? I seen the Young Bucks were alluding to it on their video and stuff like that. So that was fairly interesting as well. Yeah, and Acer Spain won, Iran won. Yeah, and what a game earlier with Sweden, wasn't it? Sweden and Greece. Greece equalising in the 95th minute. Goals for Sweden there by Victor Yerkes. And Alexander Isaac was subbed, I think, in the 63rd minute by Bergval coming on from Kostas Simikas as well, getting the first goal for Greece early on as well. So interesting that. So 2-2 Sweden and Greece at the moment. 53 minutes gone. Spain won. Iraq won. Fernan Torres getting the goal. Danny Olmo with the assist. And Dosky for Iraq. Hassim with the assist. So that brings us up to date on that. So Denye coming on, the Crow coming on. Kante coming on. How good is Kante? See you, Aina. Take it easy, brother. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Thanks for tuning in, as always. Talk to you real soon, brother. Probably catch you tomorrow night on the SmackDown show. We'll be live, I think, from 6:45. I think it's 7 o'clock start for SmackDown, I think, tomorrow. Mateta coming on, the Crow coming on, Dania coming on. Lots of changes. Serious depth in that French squad, isn't there? Good player, Luca Dini, isn't he? Never really liked him at Everton. I've grown to like him more now at Aston Villa. He's a very, very good player. Saved us. Kante, what a player, huh? Kante, what a player. Expect a little bit of more now out of the boy Yandy Amande tonight. The value on this guy at somewhere around 100 million. Tata, there's a guy I'm a fan of. Love to have him as an option at Liverpool. Big fan of Jean-Philippe Mateta. Hopefully second half now we get a few more goals as well. Don't forget, folks, tomorrow night, 7:15, SmackDown live from Bologna. Then Saturday, 8 o'clock, the boys will be checking into the SmackDown Motel. And then Monday, we'll be back for Raw live from Paris, again on your screens from 6:45. I think it goes live at 7. And again, shows throughout the week as well. We'll have Pro Wrestling Weekly back next Tuesday, 8 bells. The usual roundup of all things pro wrestling. We get some transfer shows going as well. Don't worry about that. And obviously our coverage from the World Cup as well. Ahmad coming on. Pepe on, Ahmad on. Ahmad could come on now and liven things up a little bit for the Ivory Coast. Plenty still warming up as well. We'll see plenty of changes. Oh. Smash up the likes, folks. Second half underway. 1-0 to France at the moment. Cherokee in 44 minutes. Up Meccano out, Lacroix in. Had a real good season with Crystal Palace, especially when his partner in crime, Gahey, headed off to Man City. Hernandez out, Digne in. Too many off. Can't they on? Oh, that was nasty. That was nasty from Dania. First tackle in. Laying it in there. Who did he catch? Ahmad, wasn't it? Yeah, it's Night of Champions there, isn't it? Or sorry, yeah, it's Night of Champions. Sorry, Daz, I should say. I'm on the wrong one. Yeah, it's Night of Champions. Will be the next one. We'll be covering that as well because it's in Riyadh. So that'll be a kind of a 5 o'clockish start or whatever it is. So we'll cover that. And of course, you're going to get the culmination of the King and Queen of the King and Queen of the Ring. So yeah, we'll cover that. Yeah, a few subs for France. Not unexpected there. Not unexpected. I'm sure there'll be plenty more as well. I wonder how much of Mateta we will see at the actual World Cup. It's Bradley Barcola. Don't know, Ted. He might give you. He might. I'm not too sure. He might give you a decent option, though. In terms of his physicality and stuff. When you go up against some of the teams, that's what you might need that more than the silkiness. But I mean, they ain't dropping. They ain't dropping him Mbappe. That's for sure. But yeah, there's a lot to like about him. He's a good player. He's a good player. Would you take him? Would you take him as squad building, Ted, for Man U? Mateta. Don't think he'd be that expensive either. I think when Palace were looking to move him, it was like, was it 30 mil or something? Well, he got stuck in there as well. Thuram. He's been dishing it out anyway. Some would say he got the ball. Some would say he got the ball. There we go. King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring should just be a single pay-per-view. These matches on different nights is bollocks. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, like the old school. You just feel at times when you look at it, it's kind of filler, isn't it, Ted? It's just lazy creative filler for the weekly TV shows. We said the same. Remember when they ran the tournament for John Cena's final opponent? We felt the same way about it. Who do you think will win King of the Ring? I think Alba or Seth. The talk and the rumour mill I read today was Jey Uso. That's the talk that they want Jey Uso to win it, and then they want him to go into a storyline against Cody Rhodes. Hence they were talking about Roman Reigns there about sending Jey off to win King of the Ring and go challenge Cody Rhodes for the belt. Give Jey another maybe shot at the top title again, maybe, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Jey Uso. Not too sure. I mean, the easy one to pick is probably Alba Femi. I don't know. We shall see. But that's what I read today. I agree he would give them something different, but just don't see Mbappe being subbed off. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing. And this is the issue. This is fundamentally the issue in that French squad, isn't it? That they kind of strangle themselves in difficult positions and stuff like that. It's one, you're not going to sub off your captain. But I think he definitely gives you a much different option up front, Yeah, I agree. 100%. Shame though. I would, but he'd have to agree to low enough wages for me. Not looking to sign him for mega wages. I don't think he's on big. He wouldn't be on big wages, Ted. I don't think he's on big wages. I don't imagine he's on big wages at Palace. What do you reckon he's on at Palace, Ted? Is he on 35? Would he be on 30 grand a week? Because they're happy to unload him. Maybe he's on a bit more, and maybe that's why they're happy to unload him. But I tell you one thing, Palace will be doing well to replace him. France here, edge of the box again. Jerky trying to play it in through a bunch of bodies. Comes off and goes wide, kick out. What do we reckon Mateta's on, folks? If anyone's able to look it up there, what do you reckon he's on? Is he on 30 grand a week? Wouldn't be on big bucks. Might get him across line. There's William Saliba. They've great depth in the French squad, haven't they? Yeah, have matches to qualify to be in the tournament, that's fine. But the actual tournament should all be one night. Should be 30 down winning it. Shout. Nothing wrong with that. Don't think too many people will be upset about that. The question is if you win it, the level of person that wins it means that they have to be willing then to push the button on it for one of the titles then if you're challenging, doesn't it? It's kind of like the money in the bank when you win the money in the bank and stuff like that and then you cash in and you don't win. Kind of feels a bit deflating, or if you're carrying the fucking goddamn thing around. He's on 60 grand a week, is he? No. You'd probably get him through the door for maybe 90, 95 maybe, wouldn't you? And then I'm not sure, is he out of contract this season as well? This is last season because they were dying to unload him last year and they couldn't find any suitor. So is he going on a free, is he? With a sign, just a small sign on fee or something like that. Be a good bit of business. He's one of those real good options, you know. He reminds me for us for an option, you know, where you'd have like an Origi or something like that. Someone who comes on and gives you something different, you know. The person who wins it needs to be somebody who will use the fact they are king of the ring, like Booker and Angle did. Yeah. And they don't tend to do that, don't they? Because they only wear the crown that night. What a ball. Ivory Coast have equalised on 53 minutes. Dewey. What a goal. One all, folks. 1-1. We have a game here now, don't we? We have a game here now. It's been a good game. Cracking goal. Lovely pass. What a pass. What a beautiful pass. Who slipped Kanate? I'm sitting here thinking now, Dean Fitz has a smile on his face right now. Dino, let me know if you're watching. Have you got a smile on your face? Kanate slipping. Kanate slipping. And Ivory Coast levelling it up 1-1. Do they? Look at Kanate's head. Welcome to Madrid, Ebu. Welcome to Madrid. Austin didn't wear the crown, but he made a point that he won it and used the momentum. Having people win it just for the sake does nothing for it. But that they've sanitized most of these kind of things that we hold in high historical regard, though, haven't they? So it's a difficult one. I suppose with Austin as well, when he did it, it was kind of like it was that Austin 316 moment, you know what I mean? So I mean, very hard to top that moment. I'm looking forward to Dom involved in that triple mania in Vegas, defending the AAA belt with his own man being general manager. That should be interesting. That might make for a good narrative. Yeah. The other duet that wasn't good enough for France, yeah, scores. Class. Absolutely. Though he's probably been careful with a few of these players, isn't he? Because a couple of them limped off, didn't they, from the a couple of them limped off the Champions League final, didn't they? Dewey was one that came off, didn't he? I think, did he get down with cramp or something like that? Or France now moving the ball around here, trying to open things up. Corner to France here, folks, on the left-hand side. Ryan Cherky, Mateta in the box. Crowds up there as well. The big ones are up there again for France. Dania, ball in. Oh, free header. Just didn't turn, just came at him. Now there's a friendly, but the Ivory Coast team are looking decent. They are. They're not too bad at all. They're not too bad at all. No, Penta has the IC. Penta has the IC. I think he had the AAA belt, didn't he? At one stage. I think he did. Don't think he has. He doesn't have the. Don't think he has one currently. Maybe I'm wrong. No, Vikingo. Vikingo has the top belt at the moment. And Dom has the AAA Mega Belt, I think it's called. Cracking goal from the Ivory Coast. Is it that they're just left open, Acers, because of them? Are they just left open because of the way they attack in numbers? I think it's the way they attack in numbers. Maybe they leave the French back line a bit exposed. Remember, you've got boys shooting up the wings as well there. You know, you've got Dina on there, and you know, you have Hernandez there, Kunde. Who have you got? Dina. You know, who else is, you know, so like they've a lot of players that are very, very offensive that are not necessarily defense minded. So then you have Konate up, Meccano, Lacroix in there and stuff who are kind of defensive minded, but they can be left kind of exposed, you know. Konate off to Madrid, they said that contract has just been ripped up, saying that, yeah, 100%. It's nearly the kiss of death, isn't it? Nearly the kiss of death. You have Trent going there, dumped out of the England setup. Horrific season. Being laughed at by his own teammates. So Ivory Coast on the break here again now. Ahmad again. Oh, unlucky. Really good defending there by Lacroix. They look good though, the Ivory Coast here. They've put a bit of pace on, so. Oh, I didn't read it. Didn't read it. Oh, this is going to be electric, isn't it? This is going to be electric. I think with Jose going back in there, we might nearly have to do like a weekly La Liga show, because I just think he's going to be awesome. I think there is going to be all out anarchy at Real Madrid this season. 60 minutes just gone here nearly, folks. Just coming up to 60 minutes. France trying to up the gears a little bit here, but struggling a little bit. Feel a little bit disjointed since the substitutions. There isn't kind of that flow that was there first half. I think give it a few more minutes now and you'll see another few substitutions. France attacking down the left-hand side here with Luca Digne. Ball into the box. Oh, don't let the ball bounce in your box, Mateta. Corner to France. People thought Tchouameni was throwing digs. It'll be nothing compared to Jose when he gets in there. And then, man, it'll be like a Royal Rumble every week, won't it? I wonder how long it'll take Ted before he puts a kill in Mbappe's nose out of joint. Ball into the box here. Yeah, it's more of a cushion header than a shot above him, really. Came to him too quick, really. I don't think it'd be too long at all. I think him and Mbappe. Kone coming on here now. Couple of players coming on here for the Ivory Coast as well here. 4. The depth in this French squad is just quality, isn't it? Have they the best depth of squad, chat? Have they the best depth of squad in the World Cup, this French side? In terms of overall depth. I don't think Spain even has the depth that France has. Lovely turn there, using his power. To the edge of the box. Oh, just wide. Just wide. Seeing the stat today that Mbappe is dead last in the entire league for defensive contributions. Are we surprised? Gusto coming on in Kone. Gusto's had a poor season by his standards as well at Chelsea. Chelsea with a tough season this year. That sort of nonsense won't fly with Jose. Absolutely not. Can you imagine Trent? Does he go in there and bite the bullet and get a right back and just accept that Trent's a midfielder or something like that? What way do you think that plays out? Obviously, Danny Carvajal is going. And Danny Carvajal, if you look at Danny Carvajal, isn't he a real Jose Mourinho player, Danny Carvajal? Just absolutely a warrior there for Real Madrid. How Jose Mourinho would love a Danny Carvajal still in his prime and stuff like that. Ivory Coast battling away here very well. Opening up, they're going to have a shot. Just weak enough. Mania in behind it, no bother. Weak enough shot in the end from the edge of the box. Yeah, Danny Carvajal, what a player. I don't think the Trent inverting. I don't think Jose will appreciate that too much. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a right back and he uses Trent as a utility kind of midfield player or something like that. If he even gets a sniff. If Trent is even there, lots of talk that Trent might not be there. Isn't that mad? What about the talk as well of Darwin? Heard there was talk. Saying the thing that Iraola rates Darwin Núñez, his work rate and stuff like that and all. And this talk is Darwin might be coming back, but apparently it's on a free or something after they dropped 50 mil on him. It's kind of a little bit disjointed now, isn't it? Again, really good defending there. Ivory Coast using their strength. If Trent can't learn to defend under Jose, they'll have to accept he isn't a defender. He ain't learning to defend at this stage. He has no interest in that. Ivory Coast there on the attack, folks. Oh, unlucky. Should have played it. The player was out here on the middle of the box here, free, calling for it. There's Dembele and the other Doué. They've just a lot of talent, haven't they? I have to say, I think France must have the most stacked squad. I think going to the World Cup. And for that thing, I mean, they have to be. Are they favourites? They must be favourites, are they? No, the Ivory Coast here are doing really, really well. Oh, unlucky. Lovely pull back there. Just could not find a player. Oh, very good. Cherky's having a real good night here. He's doing some really skillful stuff here. Edge of the box, shot, snap shot. Just wide. Mbappe looking a bit more concerned. Look at this skill by Cherky, folks. Look at that. And that's not showboating either. Like that's kind of skill at a level there that's, that makes things happen. Who's coming off? So Kunde and Kanate coming off. Lucas Hernandez coming on. Rabiot coming off. Malagusto coming on. So that means a change of formation, is it? Konate off, Rabiot off, Lucas Hernandez coming on. Yan Diamande coming off. I haven't watched the boy much, but I didn't see much tonight now. There was one little passage of play where he broke through a couple of players, but I haven't seen anything, folks, there that would suggest that, is it Leipzig or who is he with, should be getting 100 million off us for that kid. I don't think so, Daz. I don't think so. I think the problem there is as well the disruption that it caused and stuff like that, because if he did re-sign, what happens if Iraola decides he wants to sit him down? Do we get the upheaval again in the background as well? Again, you know? I don't know. I just think some of these players, I think we just have to accept and move on, Daz, from it. You know what I mean? I think have to cherish the memories and the moments that they've given us, but just as they say in Frozen, let it go. Let it go. All this talent are being made look average by this Ivory Coast squad. Yeah, but I wouldn't say that they're jogging around. They're not like, this ain't the French side that you're going to see in a couple of weeks. I wouldn't have thought so anyway, but still. It must have pretty much nearly changed out nearly this whole Ivory Coast side. They are playing really. It's quite open. It's quite open to see the changes that they made in the French side. That's a lovely ball out there. Oh, unlucky. The changes that they made have just made France look a little bit disjointed. I think if you're thinking in a competitive game and stuff like that, I think a real competitive game in the World Cup, I think you're seeing different substitutions. But certainly the Ivory Coast, since they've made their changes, the likes of Ahmad and Pepe coming in, it's done really, really well. Certainly found our rhythm. So Fofana out, Bonnie in. Do you know what I often find? Funny as well? You know when they play a game like this, which is like a warm-up friendly, if you like, for a World Cup and that, and they make loads of changes. They never change out Sangarian for Diamande. They never change the keepers. Do you ever notice that? Yeah, saying that there, Kanate coming off. Yeah. No surprise, slipping for the goal, but again, he's had a horrific season, really. You know what I mean? His confidence. I mean, everything he's dealt with the dad and obviously the passing at the Diogo and stuff like that, and all really, really tough. He's had a real tough year, like so. We know he's a very, very good player, but I'd say he's just confidence wise, he's just a little bit shot at the moment. Oh no, they look much better in the actual work. Oh, 100%, 100%. Talent there is insane. You see the likes of Dembele and Doué and all just sitting around taking it in, not even involved really. You know what I mean? It's just, and they have that to draw on as well. What a pool of players that Didier Deschamps has to draw from. They're kind of being roughed up a little bit here, aren't they, by the Ivory Coast? It's two right there. Unlucky not to get a corner. They're certainly what I find strange is they sub loads of players instead of seeing how some fringe ones play with the ones who will actually play. Yeah, there's not a kind of a. It's a kind of a more of a run out, isn't it, than a method to the madness more so than anything. Got a drinks break here, folks. 71 minutes gone. It's certainly reasonably balanced, isn't it? I think we'd have to say the Ivory Coast second half have been much better, haven't they? Smash up those likes, folks. Cooling break. Rehydration. Do 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 do. And Rabio with an L pack on the knee there. They shone fairly relaxed. Big up, my brother. How are you? I hope you're good. How are you keeping? It has been a moment. What you make of Iraola, brother? What you make of Iraola? Didn't see it. I'll have a look at it later, Jack. I'll have a look at it later. Just being live myself talking about Iraola being appointed. How'd you feel about it? Content, but a little bit nervous. That's how I'm kind of feeling. I did a video on it earlier today. Just feels a little. Did I do it today? No, I did it yesterday, didn't I? Yeah, I went up yesterday. News tracker these days now with the amount of content at the moment. Playing with a kind of a swagger and a confidence now, aren't they, the Ivory Coast? Offside. Singo having to go off. Another day, Monday. Good to hear, mate. Yeah, I'm sound. Cheers, mate. Yeah, buzzing, mate. It's a good appointment. In my opinion, for me, it either goes two ways. He's been very successful with us like Klopp, which I think he will happen. Or he is like Thomas Frank when he went to Tottenham. God, I hope not. I hope not. Recruitment's going to be key, isn't it? Recruitment's going to be key. We all got pretty excited last summer. But little did we know. Seeing Isaac tonight getting, what, 60 odd minutes for Sweden. And then taken off, replaced by Bergvall. So we shall see. We shall see. France edge of the box, left fly. Stolen. Picked his pocket there. So Ivory Coast side look decent, folks. Yeah. I suppose the problem, Jack, will be, like Champions League and the extra games and the extra press conferences and the microscope that does beyond you from the British media when you're the Liverpool manager. The expectation of, not just showing up or cementing your place in the Premier League, but actually going and winning trophies and stuff like that as well. And also, like, I hope he steps up and I hope he does really, really well. Because I have to say, I don't think I could take another season like this season of dire content and having to just go in on guys and stuff and all. It was getting taxing, very taxing at times, very, very much. But yeah, it could be really exciting. But again, I think it'll be more the sum of the parts will decide that as well. I like Andy and Mandy, but no way should pay. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Looking for 100 million for that guy is an absolute piss take. France here on the attack edge of the box. Jerky. Oh, good save. Offside, was he? A glitch. Offside. Yeah, the only problem I have with Iriola too is that he hasn't won a trophy yet anywhere he has gone as a manager. Yeah, and I mean, like, you have to, like, the thing about it is you have to step up. You know what I mean? I think the real thing will be, like, I think he's found a bond with his players at Bournemouth. Cherky going off here. He's had a real good night. He's found a bond with his players there at Bournemouth to the point where they will absolutely run through a brick wall from him. And I think that's what was missing this year for us with Slot. I think, the fractured relationship between the squad and between the manager as well, just it was really, really difficult. But I think with Iraola, I think he doesn't suffer fools gladly. I think he's pretty good in terms of his man management. But I think he creates that kind of bond with the players as well. He instills that kind of team mentality and stuff like that and all. And I think from that point of view, that's right up our street. Plus the style of play as well is more conducive to us being successful. I think you know, surely to God he has at least 5 more wins in him next season than this season, which will give us another 15, maybe 6 even. So you would think we would do a lot better. But it'll be interesting to see how they react to the likes of Konate and Salah and Robbo going and who they get in and, do they fill those? Are they able to bring in players to fill those? It's becoming a bit of a battle here now, isn't it? People up for it now. France on the attack here. Left hand side of the box. Switched out. Gusto. I often wonder when you pick up a ball in that position, why do you look to go back instead of, like, try to put the ball into space and be a bit more forward thinking than playing a lot more safer? I think if I have my wide, just a bit too strong, unlucky. I think if I have my wide Gusto and stuff like that, I want them being more progressive with the ball. Yeah, 65 million player max on the Amanda is. I think so. I don't think. I think he has a huge ceiling as well, but I just think it's I think if you're blowing 100 millies on that, like you're you know it'd be crazy. It will take time, I think, with our style of play, like it was when Klopp first came. But I'm sure we will all back him, 100%, 100%. You have to hold the office of manager in high regard, and you have to back him regardless. And the fear is, Jack, if you look at the fan base this season and how quickly they checked out on things and stuff like that. And I know it was a poor season, but I think if Iraola, if results go a little bit weird up as far as October or something like that, I just hope the fan base will have the cop on, can't they? Picked out lovely. Oh, again. Corner. Corner to France. I think the fan base has to stick with it. They have to understand there's a lot of changes and stuff like that and all, but we'll see what happens. Sure, if he wins the title with Liverpool, they'll let him go the following season, calling him a fraud. There you go. There you go. Roman Abramovich rootlessness, Ted, huh? Roman Abramovich rootlessness. I don't think we could have afforded to go into the new season with Slot, given 400 million to spend, um, and straight away, good pick. And then if it goes south and goes arseways, and then you're trying to find a manager mid-season, and what do? You write off the season then, and you put someone like Stevie in. Oh, unlucky. You put Stevie in then as a temp manager with 5-6 months to go or something, I don't know. I think he's a decent player, Jack. But again, I think he's going to cost really, really big money. And the question is the value in there in the player? Remember, he's kind of a oh, that was really good play. Corner. Yeah, no, it was out all right when it hit his leg. Can't they working hard there as captain? I don't know. Are we that? I know we're judging things based on Cody Gakpo out there as a winger this season and stuff like that. No, but are we that convinced by Bradley Barcola? And would Bradley Barcola be okay in the Premier League, the physicality of it and stuff like that? No. I'm not too sure. I think he has lightning pace and I think he has really good technical ability and stuff like that now. But I just wonder has he got the physicality to deal with it? Especially when you're up against like sort of defenses in the Premier League that are so strong and physical. I don't know. Good player though. Wouldn't be against it, but again, it'd be another one that'd probably want big money. I doubt we will want Iraola gone as we will play heavy metal football, which we all like. If we play that football but lose a few games, then I'm not worried as long as we play good. I don't know. Would that be the consensus, Jack? That's a very that feels like a very Spursy way of looking at things, is it? So long as the football is pleasing on the eye, the result doesn't overly matter. I'm not too sure about that. I'm not too sure our fan base is in that place anymore. I think it's very, very different now, I think. With Slotty does not play football we want and should play nowhere near as Klopp's style play, unlike Iraola, who plays very similar football to Klopp, yeah. Klopp's football was so exciting, wasn't it? But I mean, he just had the sum of the parts. Wasn't it lightning in a bottle? And you think of Mane and Firmino and all these players, Mo Salah and all, was it just lightning in a bottle at that stage? Very hard to replicate that. Very hard to replicate. Oh, 2-1 Ivory Coast, 83rd minute. What a goal. What a beautiful team goal as well. Oh my God, have we got an upset? Amad Diallo, we called it, didn't we? We called it. World Cup starting, and this is not how they would have wanted the warm up to go. Ted, you were right. You still want to come away. Yeah, I think so as well, Ted. I think kind of playing heavy metal football and not getting the results. Remember, that's not necessarily what we liked when it was happening with Klopp either. You know what I mean? But I think it's all about winning at the moment and stuff like that as well. You want to have a style of play and stuff like that. It's a huge result. It's a massive result for Ivory Coast. Look at them. 7th heaven they're in now at the moment. Gakpo was awful last night. Again, last night, and I agree with you. Barcola is great on the ball, but he hasn't got much end product. Not just his end product, I think his physicality, you know what I mean? I think when he comes up against strong defences in the Premier League, I think he might be found wanting. I'm not going to go as far as to say, look, he's all for coat now undies. But I think, if he's £100 million player, isn't he getting in like he's Emery? Yeah, is he? He's obviously being held out of the team by Crava, isn't it? Plays in Kravis position, doesn't he? So very difficult to get him when he's there and stuff like that as well. But like he came on and he had one or two chances in that Champions League final that he didn't convert. Especially that golden opportunity he had where he just pulled the ball, just made the wrong decision. I'm not too sure. Look, we need players in, but we need to also be conscious. Yeah, it was a great team goal, wasn't it, lads? Really good goal in the transition and stuff like that. Slot also won the league with another man's team, by the way. Is that fair? I think that's a little unfair. I get it that he had the players and stuff like that, but let's be honest here. I mean, look at the job he did with Gravenberch, who was pivotal to the league win as well. I mean, Gravenberch in that season was probably one of the best sixes in Europe. He barely got a look in for Klopp. And then you look at the job he did. Look at the job he did with Mo Salah. We seen the interviews and stuff like that where he spoke to Mo Salah about conserving his energy and all that kind of stuff and all, and they had a meeting and all that kind of thing. And Mo Salah produces his stats wise his best season. So I know people say that, but I think it's a little bit unfair. And remember, if you want to talk about, another man's team, that other man's team didn't win anything in that last season. So when Slot came into a team that didn't win in that previous season. So I think I know that narrative has been going around, and I get it. A lot of Klopp's players there and stuff like that and all, but I think it's a little bit disingenuous. Jeez, Ivory Coast here, opening them up here at will. Shoot! I should have hit it first time. Should have hit that first time, pal. Let it come down. Ivory Coast loving it here at the moment. Yeah, I don't buy into that, Jack. I think for me, that's a little bit harsh. I can understand when people say it and stuff like that, but I think if you actually look at how we played, I thought, that Gravenberch didn't exist during Klopp. And the fact that Salah posted the numbers that he did. Barcola coming on now, the guy we've just been talking about. I don't know. The fake do-away with the assist as well. Yeah, the fake do-away with the assist. Slot ball players and all the Liverpool fans were creaming themselves thinking they would walk the league. I said to Niall when Isaac came in, Ekitike was dropped while performing because of the cost. Yeah, 100%. 100%. And it was hard. It was hard not to get excited as well because, although in hindsight now is a great thing, we've never seen our club move this way. And I said it on a lot of podcasts. Last summer was very unlike Liverpool. It wasn't Liverpool in the way they move in the market. And kind of turned out that way, didn't it? But yeah, spot on, Ted. Spot on. But McAllister, Salah, Verge all dropped off a cliff. Alisson was majority injured. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%. Massive drop off. I think you could have massive drop off across the park, bar the new players trying to bed in. And I mean, even they didn't really have any kind of real. I mean, bar Dom and, number of performances from Curtis Jones and, other than that, the boy Rio when he came in looked okay, but other than that, what would we be getting excited about, Don't you ever use AI to make your thumbnails, Niall? I've started doing it and they do good thumbnails and it saves a lot of time. I haven't used it. I probably should, but I must look into it. I kind of like making them, to be honest. Fucking hell, I went for food and it was 1-0. Now 2-1. There you go, Anto. There you go. France here looking at 5 minutes added on. We're in the first minute of it. Ivory Coast looking solid here and taking the ball away on the break. Oh, if he had made the run. Ball was a bit too much. Great idea, though. Great idea here from the Ivory Coast. Whoever put that €20 on France for the World Cup better cash out already. No, Anto, that's not. You're not seeing it. You can't judge it on the basis of this. Tons of changes and stuff like that, no. They're quality at that. While you see them in the World Cup, they'll light it up. Make no mistake about it. If I had 20 quid on France now to win the World Cup, I wouldn't be worrying about it on the basis of this. I just think Slot didn't suit us because he didn't have the passion for the job like Klopp does and what Iraola does. Yeah, and I said that. You know what the biggest thing is? If you want to be successful as a Liverpool manager, you have to not only make the connection with the club and historically understand the club, but you also have to make a connection with the people and the city and all the other different facets that goes with the club. Liverpool is very much embedded in the history and the community and the culture of Liverpool as well. And if you don't get that, then that's where you'll have a problem, definitely. And I think also probably maybe the Dutch mannerisms and stuff like that as well, and culture and stuff like that. I think at times maybe when he's trying to make a point from a language point of view, he can come across as being a little bit brash, which isn't endearing to people either. But I think it's more a Dutch culture thing than it is him trying to throw shade. Now, I think in the last couple of months, the interviews got a little bit crazy and the stupidity kind of took over when he knew that it was basically coming to an end. But I do think you have to create that bond with the city and the people and the understanding of that, you know, what Shankly spoke about for years and Bob Hayes, that working class people and stuff like that. And if you can't connect with those people, then, you know, it's really, really tough as well because, you know, there's a lot of time we need that 12th man as well in the crowd and stuff like that to bat for us, you know. It's what makes Anfield so special. You going any pre-season game, Niall, mate? I'm going Monaco at home. Iriola's first game at Anfield. Haven't looked into it, Jack. I think it's easy to get, Jack, do you know? I haven't looked into it. I'm not too sure. I know in August, I'm going over I might be going over to London at the end of August to go to All In. AW's All In Wembley. They're in again. Here's the onside. Is he onside? Flag is down. There's the shot. Oh, unlucky again. Lovely play from Ivory Coast here. So dangerous on the break here. They could cause a few upsets for sure in this World Cup. So I don't know. I might catch a game when I'm in London. I'm not too sure. Go away with that AI slop. Big up, brother. Hybrid of AI and manual Photoshop can be mad handy. There you go. There you go. I was just taking the piss. I know, Anto. I know, absolutely, 100%. Iraola message towards the fans really warmed my heart. What he said in his first interview, he said, I want to become one of you. That's so important as well, isn't it? But I mean, let's not forget not last season, the season before where we won the league under Slot as well. And I know we had a drop off from that February period and there's probably a few warning signs and we didn't quite do what we did in the market. But like the season we won the league, we were happy as well. It was smiles and it was fun and stuff like that and all. But it just felt a little bit different. We kind of knew this season the writing was on the wall, even in the first 5 games when we won them, as Robbo said in his interview. Didn't feel right, sure it didn't. Yeah, they're on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. mate. General sale. Oh, okay. Might have a look, and that's on the website, isn't it? Yeah, I might have a look. I'll see. What date is that match, Jack? Do you know what date is that Monaco game? Just coming up here to full time, folks. Phenomenal from the Ivory Coast here as well, but you know, France are just improving. They also do true tournament football as well. And they'll be disappointed to drop an L here, though. But this is a big win for the Ivory Coast. And absolute congrats to them as well. Phenomenal. Well done, Ivory Coast. Really good preparation. Really good preparation for the World Cup. France won't be happy going off. Like France are going absolutely ballistic and they should enjoy every minute of it. They shop with a little bit of work to do, but I'd say it's just more a prep kind of thing and stuff like that and all, you know. But really, really good. Since the first PSG game at home, that's when I think Slot's reign began to go down. Yeah, absolutely. I think once we knew we were home and host in the league as well, there was a foot off the gas kind of thing. And I think what happened is it came into the following season, and obviously with the stuff that happened in the summer, Robbo spoke about the pre-season and how they couldn't push them hard because the boys were mourning, obviously, the passing of Jota. It was tough then, and then what happens is you start the season and basically the squad just didn't look fit. And they just could not recover. They could not recover. Let's be honest. If you look at most of the games we played in this season, most players were playing at 60, 70%. They played like they looked unfit and that they were carrying baggage, and that's what they were doing. They were carrying grief and various other things, and then players getting injured and trying to blend new players in, and senior players getting annoyed, and it was just a shit show of a season that we need to put behind us. But 100%, Jack, you're spot on. France fuming they didn't take the away. Nice moment, isn't it? Nice moment, though. Nice moment. 6th of August. Might look into that. See, can we get tickets tomorrow? And what did you say, Jack? 10 a.m. 10 a.m. May general sale. Might have a look at that. If we do go over, Jack, we'll have to try and meet up and do a bit of content creation or something like that. Have a bit of crack, brother. Bit of crack. Right, folks, that's it. Big win for the Ivory Coast against France in their preparation for the World Cup. Cherky on 44, Douay on 51, and Diallo with the winner on 83. Family dinner in the Douay household. Going to be some crack. The abuse for the losing brother. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 10 a.m, mate. Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll hit you up. We're live tomorrow night for SmackDown in Bologna. So I'll let you know if I manage to get any. Right, folks, talk to you again real soon. Smash up the likes before you go. Yeah, I'd love that, Jack. Absolutely love it. You know yourself, brother. Yeah, so folks, if you could subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button, and of course, drop a like on the video. Would really appreciate that as well. And we'll talk to you again real soon. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Catch you tomorrow, 6:45, SmackDown live in Bologna. We'll have the crack again tomorrow night. Catch you soon, folks. Cheers.